So what I'm doing is I am trying to go for a walk every day, which, yes, is part of me getting physically better. But I started to do that actually before I got sick. And it really helps, especially because so many of us are stuck at home, to just like stand up and move a little bit. And some people find it helpful to like listen to audiobooks, or speaking of that sort of getting away thing that you just talked about, or go with a friend. That's a really good way to be a little bit social if you stay apart, of course. But I personally have found that I need to just be alone and not listen to anything and not walk with anybody. And part of that is I don't want to walk too fast because I'm so much slower than everybody else right now. So it's better for me to go alone. But it's also like I intentionally have not been listening to music or anything else because I just want my brain to have a break and observe what's around me and frankly get bored. I want to get bored on that walk and not be thinking about anything other than where I am and being present. And that's what helps me get away. The second thing is...
Well, hang on that one. I just want to add that's exactly what Melissa does.
Oh, cool.
Absolutely the same thing. I mean, she tried meditation, and sitting down and closing your eyes for 20 minutes wasn't her thing at all. And I mean, she does it once in a while, but you know, that's what I like to do. And that's my thing. But
well, that was my second one is
cool. We'll come back to meditation. That. But while we're on the walking, she goes out and she has really wonderful experiences out in nature. I mean, she tries to observe nature closely. I think it's her way of being present, as you just described, is to look deeply at what's right there in front of her. And she finds that out in the backwoods here is just magic. There's magic right in front of her, right where she's stepping at the deepest kinds of levels. And I think she sort of transcends out there. I think it's really good for her. And she has to do it alone, and no podcast and no music and no walk, you know, no iPod, AirPods or whatever. Yeah. Same deal.
That's
so there's
really
that.
Neat. Yeah.
There's that. And then there's the meditation.
Meditation, which we do transcendental meditation, but any kind of meditation I think is incredibly valuable. It's been really cool, by the way, to see the rise of meditation in the last 5 years or so. It's so normal now. Like everybody does it. When I was a kid, we were the weirdest, most ostracized kids. Like
we really did take you way out on the extreme, didn't we?
Yes. So now for me to be like, oh, meditation, and people being like, yeah, I meditate every day. I'm like, what? It's amazing.
I know you've been meditating since you were 5.
Yeah.
And people don't realize that 5-year-olds can meditate, but there's techniques for little kids, and they're cool. They work.
Mm-hmm. But, and I always say you can do whatever kind you want. I do think transcendental meditation is a really good kind, and it's worked really well for me. But
what I like about it is it's easy. There are other forms of meditation that are tough. I mean, but they may be also really powerful. I think there's a great book out there called 7-Story Mountain by Thomas Merton, where he describes the different forms of sort of communing, with nature or God or whatever. This guy was a Catholic priest, a monk, not just a priest, but a monk. And he explored what monks around the world do in terms of meditation and found that this has such similar results, right, through different modes of meditation. Contemplative prayer, deep Zen Buddhism, meditations, Hindu-type meditations, all seem to give out a similar kind of experience. And in the way we're looking at it right now, just in terms of stress release, those things are super powerful stress relievers. I think there's actually a pretty big body of evidence that that's the case now, that sitting quietly, I mean, I obviously know that sleep is a stress reliever. If you can sit quietly for a few minutes and go even deeper than sleep, it makes sense that it releases stress.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's that. And then I think there's other kinds of meditation. If you think of what is the actual goal of meditation, which is to, not apart from stress relief and all that, the goal of meditation, we could say, would be to transcend your thinking process, to go beyond thinking. And there's lots of ways to do that. I mean, Kobe Bryant would go beyond thinking on a basketball court playing professional basketball and describe
I was gonna say,
like a monk.
I mean,
sitting in a Zen Buddhist monastery.
Yeah, I mean, Nuno uses the Headspace app, so he actually does do meditation through an app. But his main thing that really helps him is riding his bike, like doing really hard exercise, cycling. He feels much better in his head after he does that. I feel like total crap and like I want to kill myself because it was so hard. But, to each our own. So.
Your hubby's in fabulous physical condition,
he's in good
too.
shape, so he makes it.
Yeah, so there are different ways. And so I would say to explore that, you could realize that long distance runners have a certain in the zone high.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of go beyond themselves. Long distance swimmers experience that. Basketball players talk about the zone. I mean, there's a good movie with Kevin Costner as this older, on his last legs pitcher in the National League who's throwing a no-hitter, and he's at inning after inning, and his shoulder's getting agonizingly sore, and literally he's on his last year of playing baseball. And he's got these family problems. He's flashing back to all this stuff. But when he gets it right in his head, it shows visually the wipeout of the entire stadium. It just blurs out everything. It's just gone.
Yeah. Mm.
And he's ticking down into this space where he's completely present in that moment when he throws the pitch. I just love that kind of stuff because there's just such a spiritual, powerful thing that we now, after 50 years of this in the United States, 50, 60 years in the United States and Europe and around the world, have come to realize that this concept that is well recognized in the Eastern part of the world, in Asia, India, throughout
the concept of transcending world. To
as an
state.
Important part of life, as a very important part of life. It's so fun to watch it go mainstream. I mean, I'm watching country western guys like Sturgill Simpson sing a song called, I think it's the name of the song is Turtles All the Way Down. And it's a reference, this is country. It's a reference to this, I believe it's a Hindu myth that is the world is sitting on the back of a turtle that is sitting on the back of a turtle, that is sitting on the back of a turtle, 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 infinitely on the back of a turtle. And Simpson is out there exploring these various means, including drugs and religion and Buddhism. He's singing a song about all this exploration. He said, I've seen Jesus in a burning lake of fire. You would have never heard something like that 50 years ago from a country singer, right? So there's this idea of exploring consciousness and spirituality is deep out there now. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're mainstream now, girl.
So we just want to say to everybody on this week of stressful weeks, take care of yourself. We're trying to. I'm trying to. As best I can.
Find what works for you.
Find
and then
what
apply
works.
it to your practice. And remember that being apart from stress is critical to rational thinking and good results. And you don't separate rational thinking from what you love in your life. So we're bringing in that quality of love and self understanding into this package that creates a great investor.
Yeah. And I think the question of whether or not investing works does investing work if you're going for the money? I think that is an intriguing question.
You guys, if you enjoyed this video and you feel it was valuable in teaching you more about how to invest, hit the like button and please share the video with your friends. And if you want more investing content, subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to click the button on the screen. We got a free gift for you. Thanks again for watching.